realize that there are two realities. There's a reality that we see with our eyes and our feel and touch, and then there is a reality just as real where it is our spiritual world that we can create and manifest, and that is the reality with a capital R. You know what I'm saying? That's the real reality that you bring to the other reality. Oh, I ended up meeting Kanye West, right? Rapping for him. This was my idol. This was my number one person who I wanted to sign to. And I felt like I manifested that. And my mom is someone who introduced certain books to me that I was reading at the time when The Secret. And, she was like, you can do it. Like, you can manifest it. And I just believed it. And he followed through, but it took years after that. That's what people don't get. It wasn't like I rapped for him and that was it.
Do you believe that you sort of manifested this dream for yourself?
I think so. I think that I have never put any boundaries or limits on myself.
Yeah.
I think I've consistently given myself goals and dreams and gone, okay, that's good. Now what?
I know over lunch you were saying that you run into people all the time who dream too small.
Yeah. They do. I think, it's weird having the conversation with these because I think for many people dreaming is whimsical.
Yeah.
And it's a far away, airy-fairy, unearthly thing. But I think it's really grounding, actually. I actually think that to dream, to be very specific about the things that you want in your life, to see them clearly, actually helps to bring them into fruition.
But yeah, I guess the law of attraction is pretty accurate, because if you're mad all the fuck, obviously this happens because I was mad, right? I was mad. I was so mad. I was jumping around. I was yelling at people, and I was just pissed the fuck off. And then this happened. So, this probably would not have happened if I hadn't let my brain get into my body, and I definitely think that's a real thing.
You're crazy. So you have to put yourself in the place of being like, you know what, this is fine. I'm good. And just enjoy it and be happy. I've been saying the last couple weeks, a couple weeks ago, I kind of decided to start living like I just woke up and this was my life. No, if I was my 12-year-old self and suddenly I woke up and this was my life, how would I look at it? And what would I be like, oh my God, that right now I'm taking for granted. So I've been trying to live like that lately.
Definitely is a choice when it comes to love. I definitely know that I had choices in the last couple years of my life, and I chose to make something good out of something bad. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to choose love. We're supposed to turn things around. And I think that if you do that, the blessings and the rewards are beyond what you could ever imagine. I don't really love giving advice. That's I'm uncomfortable with that. But I will say from my own past recent experience, definitely making a decision in your mind to choose love and to choose positivity and to choose victory, even when things seem like there's no way it can happen, it can happen. Look at me.
Some goals, or do you have some new ones now? How have we hit them? What's going on?
I had goals written down of going number one. First
Did
year.
it?
I had a vision board in my room with all the things I want this year, and I pretty much got all of them.
That's crazy, right?
I believe in the law of attraction a lot, so I'm here.
When we started our syndication, because we own our own radio show, so here we come into the building, use their studios, but we own the show, and so it's in all these cities. But when we first started it, we only had 2 stations, and I'm like, damn it, I'm taking a risk. And then we got our first check, and I wrote myself a check, and I still have it. It was for $300, and I still have that thing framed. And I'll just randomly look at it that's crazy. Now we're in 40 cities.
I literally write my goals I'll be like, I will have this by this date at this time, and if it doesn't happen on that date at that time, I actually believe it's being realigned to happen at a better and more beneficial
When
time
you're
for me.
prepared for it.
Yeah, I'm like delusionally positive.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
I used to be negative. I prepare myself for the absolute worst, but
I don't think that works.
yeah.
To music or personally that you would want to pass along to your fans?
I guess my life lesson is first taught me this. You gotta, if you want to achieve something or if you want to do something, you gotta speak it into existence. So like, say you want a car or you want something or you want to be successful or whatever, just keep talking about it. You know what I mean? Just keep on believing in yourself and say, you know what, I'm gonna do this.
When did you first start talking about music and putting that out there, like, and that energy out there?
Well, I mean, I always wanted to make music, you know, from like 7 years ago, you know, whenever I first started playing guitar and everything. So I always want to do music, so you just always got to be confident and always believe in what you do. And, you know, one day if you just keep believing in yourself, keep talking about it, and it just pops, you know what I mean, fast. And it's overwhelming, but you just gotta stay positive and keep going, and don't let nobody get to you, you know what I mean?
What we were doing, you can call it magic, meditation, projection of goal, which business people do. They have courses on it. The footballers do it. They pray, they meditate before the game. They visualize themselves winning. Billie Jean King visualizes every move on the court. What we were doing, we were early pioneers of that movement, which is to project a future which we can have goals which we can reach, right? People project their own future. So what we wanted to do was say, let's imagine a nice future. She's right. The males, like even Aldous Huxley, they wrote these books projecting this horrific big brother, monsters controlled by robots. And even now, I think these people that project the space fantasies I'm saying it's time for the people to get hip to that, man, because they're projecting our future.
I'm interested in your telling us how you may raise your daughter differently than your mother raised you, simply because times are so different.
I will not raise my daughter differently than my mother raised me. The rearing I got from my mother, words cannot express. I could live in any time, I could live in any country, I could live on any planet, and I would be fine.
What was the key? What did your mother know? What truth was coming through your mother? Daughter.
My mother gave us aphorisms to learn as children. And the one that there are two that stand out foremost in my mind. One is the inner reality creates the outer form. I learned this when I was in grade school. I was very young. And the other is the universe bears no ill to me. You're saying, I would teach my daughter to look within herself first.
But you gotta just believe everything is for your greatest good. And you believe that shit with your whole soul, 100%, it's gonna happen for you, I promise you that. And I'm not saying that because I read it in some book, I'm saying that because I'm standing on this stage tonight. I'm from the bottom, and I'm on this stage here tonight doing what I love to do in front of all these beautiful people. And that's because I set my intention. On my first album, I was saying, who's the best MCs? Biggie, Jay-Z, and I was telling you I was coming. It's the adventure trip, platinum nigga with the solid gold fade, that nigga with the, I said that. In just 5 years, 40 million more. I'm breaking Def Jam to 100 million. I said that.
Somehow, some way.
Just this, I have an insane belief in my own ability to manifest things. Insane belief, you know, that I think it's ultimately complete sanity, but I believe we're creators, and I believe we create with every thought and every word every moment is pregnant with the next moment.
Believer, yeah, I believe in manifestation. I believe in, you know, putting a rocket of desire out into the universe, and you get it when you believe it. You get it when you believe you have it. And that's the key, is like people still, they sit around going, when's it gonna come, when's it gonna come, when's it gonna come, when's it gonna come? And that's the wrong way. you're facing the wrong way, you're facing away from it. You have to go, it's here, it's here, it's here.
Did you write yourself a check? I heard that
Yeah.
you did. Is that
I
true?
wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years. In '95, I found out that I was going to make $10 million.